The future of our workforce isn't just written in boardrooms or factories, but in the universities, classrooms, and various forums, as well as in the minds of education leaders. They are the real visionaries who are pushing the boundaries in terms of creating the right set of talent, skills for the future professionals. In this series, Shaping Tomorrow, we honor them. We speak to various vice chancellors, deans, academic heads, and career services heads to understand how they are reshaping the higher education landscape and creating the future talent workforce. Join us as we uncover how they are transforming higher education to meet the needs of tomorrow, because shaping minds today means shaping the future workforce, one that is ready for the challenges of tomorrow. This is not just a conversation about education. This is a conversation about the future. And in this inaugural series, we cover the Middle East region, starting with the United Arab Emirates. Welcome to Shaping Tomorrow by Board Infinity.
Welcome, Dr. Zafar, to Shaping Tomorrow by Board Infinity. It's an absolute pleasure to have you here. I think we are at the beautiful city of Ain and inside the Ain University. You've been heading the College of Business as a dean for the last couple of years and have achieved tremendously in the past few years for the university. I think it would be an injustice if I keep explaining about your introduction. The audience would love to hear more about from you.
Thank you so much for having me on your program. My name is, as you said, Zafar Husain. I come from India. I did my master's and PhD from IIT Delhi. I specialize in strategic management. I had an opportunity to work with an Indian university for quite some time. Then I moved to Saudi Arabia, worked there for 2.5 years. Then moved to the UAE in the year 2003. When I came to UAE, I was working with UAE, United Arab Emirates University, in their College of Business and Economics. And then in 2011, I moved to Ain University, College of Business. And the journey of College of Business in Ain University is pretty exciting. This college came into inception with the inception of the university itself. It was one of the founding colleges, one of the 3 founding colleges when the university came into being. This was in 2005. That time we had only one undergraduate program, which is called Bachelor's of Business Administration. In 2007, we started another program in Ain University, which is a Master's of Business Administration. Then we had, from Ain, we went to Abu Dhabi. We started another campus in Abu Dhabi. And this is how the journey of Ain University College of Business has been so far. Now we are offering 2 programs, one in business BBA undergraduate, another one is the Masters of Business Administration. BBA is offered in 6 majors, while MBA is offered with 3 focus areas. The 6 majors that we offer are management, accounting, finance and banking, marketing, human resource management, and MIS. The 3 focus areas that we offer for our master's program are basically business analytics, healthcare management, and project management. It has been an exciting journey so far. We achieved our AACSB accreditation, which is the most coveted and sought after accreditation in the business education industry. And there are less than 5% universities across the world are having this accreditation. I believe you're aware about it.
Yeah. So great to hear that, Dr. Zafar. I think I'm going to deep dive a little bit more into the academic part of curriculum and structuring and success, etc. So my next question would be more around the fact that, it's a very fast changing global landscape that we have right now in terms of technology, tools, skills. How do you really ensure that the curriculum kind of stays relevant to match the space?
The AACSB basically mandates us to have a continuous improvement apparatus in place. So that matter, any accreditation agency is basically trying to ensure that you have got a continuous improvement system in place. AACSB also does the same thing, but they emphasize a lot on the faculty, on curriculum development, on the internship, and those kind of things. Regarding the curriculum development, we basically draw our inputs from the assessment system the courses that we deliver, and we try and figure out that where exactly our students are doing good, where students are not doing good. So we look into the things and we try to bring in the new contents in the curriculum, new input into the curricula, and we try to improve our teaching methodologies. This is one way of doing things. The other ways are basically we get ideas from the local job market, that what kind of skills are required, what kind of this thing. So for this, we get ideas from the feedback that we get from the internship programs. Thirdly, we have got a very active industry advisory board, right? And they're very highly qualified people are there in that advisory board. And they keep guiding us that what kind of courses, what kind of topics we should be covering in our different courses or the programs. To give you the example, we have got the general manager, or rather now managing director of Ain Municipality is also on our advisory board. The CEO of Strata is on our advisory board. Similarly, we have got representative from Sandook Al-Watan, which is a Khalifa Fund for developing entrepreneurs. We have got another gentleman coming from Abu Dhabi Islamic Bank, who is giving us the feedback on the banking and the developments that are taking place in the banking industry. So likewise, we have got a very diversified advisory board. We get a lot of information and ideas from them, how exactly we can enhance our curriculum contents and we can make it up to date. Our focus is preparing the kind of job ready or kind of entrepreneurs, those who will be creating jobs for others. Instead of looking for jobs, we want our students to create jobs. That's our idea.
Great. Now, typically management programs, there's a lot of academic rigor, and as administrators, we need to balance that quite a lot. But at the same time, how do you promote student engagement and well-being?
Student engagement remains a very important concern for us, because these days people have a lot of ways in which they can get digressed from this thing. For example, when students, this is happening all over the world. Basically, I had conversation with my counterparts in various American universities, and they also raise the same concern that the students pay very little attention to what teachers are telling them in the classrooms. Now, this is a big challenge for the teachers themselves to engage their audience. So we have a lot of hands-on things in the classroom. We use simulations where people are made to think very critically. Of course, they can make use of different gadgets they might be having, but at the end of the day, they have to go and give their input, which is based on a lot of critical thinking. Why? Because subsequently, they need to justify all those things. So this is how we ensure the students' engagement. We are doing away with take-home assignments or those kind of things, because we found that they're not very effective. The students are generally, doing things which is not desirable in that case. And then there are a lot of AI tools available these days for which, they can do all these things very quickly without really looking into it. So we focus engaging students in the class. That's one thing, right? And that is through very interesting contents, first of all. Secondly, we practice active learning, in which the faculty member is just initially putting up the things on the table, and then he's inviting everyone to give his comments or their comments onto it. So therefore, we make sure that everyone in the class is engaged in the discussion of the topic which is being talked about. That's one thing. Secondly, as I told you that these days people are playing with their mobile phones and tabs and those kind of stuff. right? So we don't discourage students from doing that, but if they are using it for their good purpose, because many times it so happens that you're talking about a topic and the students would like to immediately go to the Google and verify whether they are happening or not. Now, for example, when it comes to, I come from India, so I know Sabir Bhatia, the Hotmail, the original guy who developed the Hotmail.com. So when I tell this story of the Hotmail to the people that how .coms are doing wonders in the world, so in fact, I encourage them to go to the Google and figure it out who is Sabir Bhatia and what exactly he did and how he sold his Microsoft, Hotmail.com to the Microsoft.
Okay.
So this is how we engage students. Similarly, for example, in international business management class, I frequently, me and my all faculty members, they frequently, encourage students to go to the Google and look into the WTO website and look at the trade practices of the different countries. So they get engaged in a way. Like we basically try to minimize kind of lecturing, one-way lecturing,
Which is good. Yeah. So great. Now, if you look at your academic programs, right, what are some of the ways you try to measure the success of these programs? And what is, I would say, how frequently you kind of reevaluate the programs?
Yeah. We normally reevaluate a program once in 2 years.
Okay.
Right? And the success of the program is, of course, any program is measured by the employability of our firm graduates. So we have a pretty high employability for graduates, and we measure this employability within 6 months of getting graduate from the university. So far we have got 75% plus employability rate. That's number one. And we revisit our program every 2 years because our learning outcome cycle gets completed in 2 years. Then we take time out and we try to introduce the intervention so that it gets ready for another 2 years.
Okay.
This is a AACSB prescribed format for doing outcome analysis.
Okay, great. And there's a lot of technology that is used in higher education, and because it's a management education field, and there's my personal belief that the more interdisciplinary that you have views into how management functions can be run, the better, rather than being siloed. So how we kind of try to incorporate this kind of interdisciplinary thinking as well as bringing technology to the classroom, or what are you trying to do?
First of all, we are trying to have 2-3 things in all our majors. Artificial intelligence is one area which we are incorporating in all our courses. Second one is the sustainability angle. Third one is ethics and corporate social responsibility. So these 3-4 things are essential ingredients of all our courses. The ethics, corporate social responsibility, and sustainability part is getting hammered into the students' mind from different courses. Right? So they learn, they understand it very thoroughly. Secondly, the artificial intelligence part. So all our majors, we've got at least 1 or 2 courses, right? That how, example, artificial intelligence in human resource management, artificial intelligence in management, artificial intelligence in accounting, right? So, and our faculty members are doing tremendous amount of research in this area. For example, a couple of our faculty members have published a paper on using drones for accounting.
Okay.
Right. So this article has been published in one of the very reputed accounting journal as well. Similarly, I myself, coming from the technology background, I'm basically an engineer, and I have done my PhD in strategic management of technology. So I ensure that the technology angle in the management practices is never missed out. And importantly, we have got different courses in which we always focus on understanding the core technology of an organization wherever they will be working. So first time, this is what happens in our internship program as well. When students go to in different organizations for internship, first thing they are told is to try and understand what is the core technology this organization is based on. Whether it is a hard technology or soft technology or manufacturing technology or service technology or whatever. For example, if you go to a hotel, right, they are also based on some soft technology. So try to understand them, because all organizations essentially revolve around the core technology which they are operated on.
Yes. Great. So I really like the fact that, and this is the first time I'm hearing it, my conversations across the region around having a component of ethics inside the curriculum in itself. And it actually takes me back to my MBA days when I was in SPMR, where we had a course in ethics and why it is important, and the case studies on how things can go wrong when, and you put yourself in situations where you have to choose those decisions and
Ethical dilemmas.
correct. So I think that's something which I really resonate with a lot. That students of this generation, they need to be more and more aware of how to imbibe that in thinking. I really like that. And if I look at, and you communicated about the faculty involving in a lot of things, right? So my next question is more around that. How do you involve faculty in curriculum development, and also with respect to how they are staying themselves updated as the world is changing pretty quick?
Right. So in the College of Business, we have got a very active curriculum committee.
Okay.
In fact, this is again a hallmark of AACSB accreditation, that you have to have a research committee, you have to have a curriculum committee, you have to have a assurance learning committee, and you have to have a societal impact committee.
Okay.
Which these four committees are supposed to be the most active ones. We have many other committees, but these four are the four cornerstones of the college, so to say. So curriculum committee basically ensures that all the curriculums stay absolutely state of art. And not only just state of art, but they should be futuristic, and they should be taking into account the reasonable part of the technology, the interdisciplinary approach, and they should be self-correcting. So self-correcting in the sense that after a teacher delivers a course, in the course file, the teacher is supposed to give his opinion that where exactly what improvement is required in this particular course. And the teacher who is delivering it next time, in the next semester, subsequent semester, right, he will first look into the review report of the previous faculty member and then make those appropriate changes in the curriculum, and then from there he will take it forward. So this is how basically the curriculum gets up to date, or corrected on continuous basis. That's one thing. Second thing, you ask about the faculty members' involvement. All the faculty across the board are involved in this process, right? Because everybody is delivering courses, including me. So I contribute in this process, and everybody stays absolutely up to date. Regarding the staying up to date, people are encouraged to go for professional development program. We ourselves conduct a lot of workshops here in the university so that our faculty members get to know about the emerging technologies, the current practices in the management, and so on and so forth. At the same time, our faculty members, these days, the technology is available, a lot of webinars online, these things are there. We encourage them to go for it, and we give them the credit for doing all these things. They register for themselves and they bring a certificate. We give them the credit in their annual performance evaluation.
Okay, great. So Dr. Zafar, professional things aside, you're a very passionate educator. It is showing up in the conversation. What do you do in your free time to wind up apart from work?
That's the question my wife is also asking. Basically, that's how do you have all the time working on the university and the college work? And I'm a very passionate, about the food. So I keep trying different things. Right? I like Jordanian mansaf. I like Saudi mandi and kapsa. I like Arabic food very much. I like Lebanese dishes. I like Indian. I like South Indian dishes. Right? So my mouth is already watering when you're talking about all this. Anyway.
So you're a foodie. Great. So on a closing note, I think you've been fairly successful in the region as a very able administrator, trying to bring high quality qualifications to the programs and delivering value for the students. What are two recommendations that you would like to give to, any new, and UAE has a lot of campuses these days. I think the last time I checked it was around 77, or it has moved to around 100, at least in the, in the data that is showing in different websites. What should somebody take care of while they set up a college of business, both on undergrad and postgrad side?
See, the thing is that I'm a student of technology and technology management. The thing is that in a typical individual's career, which is around 40 to 45 years of span, a person typically gets totally obsolete technologically minimum 4 to 5 times. Right? So you have to have a lifelong learning mindset. You have to continuously keep learning new things, new tasks, new skills, new technologies, right? So all those things are there. This is one thing which we basically inculcate in the minds of our students also, that you have to keep learning new things, because all the time the innovations keep happening, and the innovation is one which is driving the growth of the individuals as well as of the organizations. So therefore, keep innovating and keep learning new things. That's one thing you should always be doing. Second thing is that you have to be a self-correcting and continuous improvement person. That means you have to, before somebody comes and tells you that you need to do all these things all right, you should look into it proactively and do it yourself. So be proactive and be innovative. This is what basically I would like to say.
Yeah, it's a very short and sweet way of putting it. And it has been a great, insightful discussion with you. Thank you for sharing your time and also the valuable nuggets of wisdom that the community can benefit from. I'm very glad that we could do this. And thank you so much, Dr. Zafar.
Thank you again for having me on your program, Somesh. Thanks a lot.